Welcome back, Arsenal fans. Welcome back to another video and welcome back to Gunner Fan TV. Before I start the video, guys, please like, subscribe, comment on the video. Tell me how you felt about the game today. But let's get into the game real quick, guys. Arsenal against Aston Villa at home, and we slapped them 4-1. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly how we should be treating teams like Aston Villa, who's just riding their luck, bro. Arsenal currently, with the team that we have, we are better than Aston Villa. It's just that Aston Villa has been playing well. But when they come to play Arsenal at the Emirates, this is the exact result that we should expect. And this is how we should be playing teams at home. And this is why I was so frustrated before, when we were getting those results, the own goals, and we just weren't putting teams away because I know this team is capable of results like what we've seen today. But let's get into the video real quick today, guys, for the game against Aston Villa. First half, it felt like more of the same. If you're going to be honest, like it felt like it was going to be more of the same in the first half. We weren't we weren't really we weren't on top in a sense of we felt like we would score. There was a couple of chances that came to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres is low in confidence right now. I mean, that's the best I could say. I mean, a lot of people are going to be giving up on Gyökeres really soon. There's not much more defense that we could put towards Gyökeres at this moment. You know what I mean? Because you know chances like those, honestly, at least you need to be hitting the target, or burying those chances. And he got two chances today. I think it was pretty much the only chance or the only chances that presented itself for Arsenal in the first half. But we weren't good in the first half, and it just felt like it was going to be more of the same. Aston Villa could have went up 1-0. Again, Gyökeres gave that ball away. It was a ball that was passed. I mean, questionable, right? It was passing to Gyökeres. You could question and say, hey, should Gabby be passing that ball to him right there? But, you have to hold the ball up as a striker, and that's basic in football, at least at minimum, hold the ball up. And he lost the ball, and that could have cost us a goal, if we're going to be honest. It was just poor finishing by Watkins that kind of prevented Aston Villa from going 1-0 up. So it was some dodgy moments there for Gyökeres. Um, Again, I don't think he had a good game. I mean, I like the fact that he had a couple of chances. Second half was a little bit better, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great, if we're gonna be honest. So there's a lot of questions uh, that's gonna be asked about Gyökeres and his performance. And maybe after today, I don't know. He may have to just sit on the bench for a while, or some people might say, listen, even though Jesus came on and he scored, which we'll get into afterwards, he came on and he scored. But Gyökeres kind of created that platform, right? Gyökeres with his pressing, Jesus won't be able to do that, being as he's just coming off of a knee injury. It was a serious knee injury, right? So you don't want Jesus doing that much running, what I'm saying, after coming back from a severe injury like an ACL injury. So you could say, arguably that Gyökeres kind of created that platform for him to come in and do well in the second half. But you don't want to switch it around where you're starting Jesus now. I don't think he'll give you that body of work that he's giving you when he's coming into the game, right? So, there's a lot to be said. I'm not going to get into that today. But if we're going to be honest, he didn't do well today again, Gyökeres. But first half, overall, the team didn't perform well first half. Let's be honest, right? It was a worrying first half for me. I'm like, oh my god, Aston Villa tends to come out in second half better, right? They're kind of like a second half team where Emery tweaks stuff and then they come out better in the second half. So I was concerned with them going into the second half and we didn't score a goal at a halftime break. I'm like, man, they're gonna come out with a whole different plan, whatever, whatever. But thankfully they didn't, and we did. We came out looking like a championship team, right? We looked like we wanted to win. We looked like we wanted to be the champions this season, and that's how we started the second half. From the whistle, from the first minute in the second half, that's how we played. That's how we approached the game. We were quicker, we were aggressive, we were winning the ball high up the field. It looked good. It looked like we were going to score. To be honest, even the first couple of minutes in the second half, we were creating chances. Corner comes in, we score, and that was it. Game was wide open. Confidence again started building confidence. And this is why we were happy to see Big Gabby back, because he gives you that extra attack. Even though he's a defender, he's still a goal threat. And he showed us that today. Defensively, he was also solid. You realize when he came off, we conceded a goal, you know what I'm saying? Because when he's in that defense, he brings structure to the back. He brings some type of confidence amongst everyone around him, thinking that they're never going to score on us. And he brings that to the Arsenal defense. And we were missing that. So he gives us goals, and he gives us that structure in the back that we were missing. So it was good to see him back today. And he opened up a scoring for us, and then it just led to more and more goals, right? Odegaard today, very, very good game from Odegaard. And that's what we want to see from Odegaard. You know what I'm saying? 22, 23, that was the Odegaard that we knew. Stringing those passes, breaking those lines. And he did that today. Very good performance from him. And you have to call a spade, right? Because we were missing that from Odegaard for a while. And it's good to see him, after playing well in the game prior, scored a goal, comes back today, provides an assist. That was his pressing. Like he won the ball. It was a beautiful pass and a goal from by Zubimendi. And that's what you want to see from your captain. That's the performance you want to see. Second half, everybody performed better in that second half. Beautiful goal by Trossard. You know what I'm saying? Trossard, again, looks like the best attacking player for us so far this season. You know what I mean? So this is what we want to see from our team moving forward. Just building confidence going into 2026, looking like the team that's going to win the league. Because in the past couple of games, we haven't seen that. But the second half shows us that we could go up a notch, right? That we could go up a second gear. David Raya, another good game. Unfortunately, we did concede. We lost concentration. Gabby had to come off. Hopefully, it's just like, maybe it's a cramp or something. Doesn't seem like it was serious. But, you know, good game again. The entire defense, even though we conceded, it's kind of unfortunate that we did concede a goal. But overall, in the second half, we looked way better. We looked way better. And it begs to ask the question, why can't we start games like that? I mean, I don't know what the tactic is. But you want to see us put away teams earlier. If I'm going to nitpick at something, that's probably what I would nitpick at. Just finish teams off earlier, so we can make the changes earlier, and kind of get people off the field and get them some rest, like we were able to do eventually, right? But you want to get it done earlier. But great second half, no complaints. I really can't find any complaints. Jesus came on, scored a fantastic goal, right? And he's kind of showing up Gyökeres. What I did like though was at the end, Gyökeres came up to him on the field, and he did. Seems like he was very happy for him scoring that goal, and that's a team spirit you want to see. It's not about one person; it's about the entire team. It's about the season and us winning as a team, right? So even though Gyökeres isn't scoring, he was pleased to see that Jesus came on and he was able to get a goal. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? We could spread goals across. Doesn't care if one person is scoring. It's a team effort. And Gyökeres is still giving us. He's still contributing to the team. And that's what you want to see. He still put the work in. He's still running. He's still pressing. He's still trying to create chances. He's still doing a job. Maybe he's not good enough right now, but he still has a role to play in the team, just like anybody else. Norgard came on, played his role. Everybody came on, played their role. Jesus, as I said, he scored. Madueke came on, was kind of quiet, didn't really have much time. But that's what you want to see. You want to see everybody come in, and everybody kind of gives you some effort, right? They put in a shift, and they put in some contribution, and they help the team to get over the line. Today we look much better, and that's what we want to see moving forward. Build on this, continue to perform the exact same way we perform today, because we have the resources and the tools to do it. Top of the league again, guys. We just have to continue doing this. Just go into 2026 with the confidence, right? Knowing that we could beat these teams. We go away to Bournemouth on the weekend, and we just have to go with the same mentality. Same mentality, guys. So tell me what you think about the game today. Give me your opinions. Like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear your thoughts on the game today. What do you think? What are your thoughts about the performance, guys? And I want to wish everybody a happy new year. And we'll talk again on the weekend when we play Bournemouth away. Peace and love, everybody.